This is the blade guide from a butcher's bandsaw made out of cast aluminium. And this piece here should run in the same axis as the centre line about which it pivots. But as you can see, somebody must have dropped it and it's bent. Now I do know that if I try to bend it back it's going to snap. Going back to the olden days when I was a lad, we used to fall off our motorbikes and bend the clutch and brake levers. Then you would try to bend them back and they always snapped. Lots of other things over the years have snapped just the same. Anyway, I'm going to try and straighten it. I'm going to show you how. Now, these castings aren't aluminium, they're aluminium alloys, and there are as many different alloys as there are people in the world, or so it seems. Ticklish things to bend, and it seems that the first time you bend them, the properties of the metal change and it becomes brittle. So we have to anneal the metal to make it soft again so that we can bend it again. And here's how. Aluminium is very difficult to judge the temperature of because it doesn't change colour as it heats. One minute it's alloy and the next minute it's a puddle. So we go over it with a carburising flame in the acetylene torch, cover it with soot, and then when we heat it, the moment the soot vanishes and burns away is the correct temperature to quench it in water. So there we are, nice and sooty and not in the slightest warm. So now I'm going to heat it until the soot disappears and drop it in the bucket of water. Neutral flame. Doesn't take long. As you can see, the soot is burning away now. Straight in the water. Now it's back in the vise, and I have a piece of metal here that just fits in that hole, so I should be able to turn it until it's 90 degrees to the vise, and if there's any justice in the world, this thing will bend. And indeed it has. Fantastic. Now here we are back at the bench. I put it back in. And as you can see, it's far more in line than it was before. In fact, that will do for me. Now, because I have bent it, I assume that it's back in its brittle state. So if anybody drops this contraption again, it will probably break. So I'm going to anneal it again. Won't bore you with the video of that. And I have been told, I've never tried it, but I have been told that if you don't have an acetylene torch to soot it with, the ink from a permanent marker, a Sharpie pen, does the same job, and then you can heat it with a propane torch. Thank you for watching. Let me know if you have any successes with this little trick.